We are continuing with the pure math section of the WASSCE 2023 Elective Mathematics Paper 2. Before we begin solving this question, please kindly share this video for me, and thank you so much for doing so. Question 9 says, find the derivative of 4x minus 7 over x squared with respect to x from first principles. So we know from first principles the derivative is given by dy dx, which is limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x, where f of x is what is given to us over here. So we just do substitution to find f of x plus h. Wherever you see x here, you put x plus h. So that will give us this expression here. Then we subtract from f of x, which is this expression here, and all divided by h. So when we expand this first one, we get this 4x plus 4h. Then this one also gives us negative 4x plus 7 over x squared. So this and this will cancel. Now we are left with this. So we find the LCM, which is x squared, x plus h squared. So when we find the LCM, we obtain this expression, as you can see. What we have to do next is to expand. So when we expand this, we will obtain this expression here. And when we expand this also, we obtain this expression here. So we can now simplify further by negative 7x and 7x squared will eliminate. And we have what is here. Then we multiply by the reciprocal of 1 over h. That will give us times h. Denominator times h. So it's like we multiply both sides by 1 over h. So the h will times this, and the 1 will times the numerator. And that is what is giving us this over here. So we have to factor h out so that the h will cancel. This h will take off this h. And what we have to do next is to substitute h equals 0. And that will give us this expression, and to simplify further to this. So a factor of x, so we reduce by a factor of x to get 4x cubed plus 14 over x cubed, and that will give us 4 plus 14 over x cubed. So that is from first principles, the derivative of 4x minus 7 over x squared. Now the b part says that, so that is dy dx for you from first principles. Now the second part, the b part, says that given that tan p is equal to 3 over x minus 1 and tan q is equal to 2 over x plus 1, find tan p minus q. So recall that tan p minus q is equal to tan p minus tan q all over 1 plus tan p tan q. So we just have to do substitution. So tan p is 3 over x squared, 3 over x minus 1, and tan q is 2 over x plus 1, all over 1 plus tan p, which is 3 over x minus 1, times 2 over x plus 1. So we have to simplify further. We call the LCM for the numerator, and that will give us x minus 1, x plus 1. So x minus 1 goes here, x plus 1, so 3 into x plus 1, then minus x plus 1 comes here, x minus 1 times, so we have 2 into x minus 1 divided by, or all over, so we have LCM at the denominator, which is x minus 1, x plus 1. So 1 goes here, x minus 1, so we have x minus 1, x plus 1, then we have plus 6 here because of 3 times 2. So this is going to give us, when we expand the top, we get 3x plus 3 minus 2x plus 2 all over. Then down we get, so all over x minus 1 into x plus 1. So all divided by, when you expand this here, we get x squared minus 1 plus 6 all over x minus 1, x plus 1. So when we reciprocate this and multiply by this and this will cancel. So we are going to get, at the numerator, we are going to get 3x minus 2x, which is x, then 3 plus 2, which is 5. So x plus 5 all over. Then we have x squared plus 5. So that is what we are going to get for tan P minus Q. So here we have question number 10. Before we begin, please kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not done so yet. And thank you for doing so. A quadratic polynomial, g of x has 2x plus 1 as a factor. If g of x is divided by x minus 1 and x minus 2, the remainders are negative 6 and negative 5 respectively. Find g of x. So we let g of x to be equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, because it says that it's a quadratic polynomial. Since 2x plus 1 is a factor, when we put x equal negative 1 over 2 in it, we should get 0. So this should give us one equation. And when we simplify that equation and make c the subject, we get c to be equal to b over 2 minus a over 4. We can call this equation 1. Now, we're also told that x minus 1 will leave a remainder of negative 6. So when you put 1 in it, we get negative 6 as a remainder. So we can put c equal b over 2 minus a over 4 into this equation, and we get something like this. When we simplify it, we get 3a over 4 plus 3b over 2 is equal to negative 6. So we can call this, we can further simplify that one, but let's maintain it like this for the meantime and call it equation 2. Then also we're told that x minus 2 is a factor, so we put x minus 2 in it, we get this expression. X minus 2 leave a remainder of -5. So when you put C equal B over 2 minus A over 4 into this expression, we get this expression here. And when we simplify this expression, we get what is here. So far we have some equations that we can further simplify. So let's take this equation here and multiply through by 4. So when we multiply through by 4, we get 3a plus 9b by 4 plus 6b. 3a plus 6b, because 4 will go here, 2 will go into 4, 2 times 3, 6. Then 4 times -6 is -24. Then when we also take this one here and multiply through by 4, we get 10b plus 15 over 4a. Then we get 10b plus 15a is equal to -20. So we can solve these two equations for a and b. So we can make a the subject in the first one here. So we make a the subject here. We get 3a is equal to -24 minus 6b. So a will be equal to -8 minus 2b. So when we put this here, we will get 10b plus 15 into brackets -8 minus 2b is equal to -20. So 10b minus 120 minus 30b is equal to -20. So 10b minus 30b will give you -20b. Then we get -20 plus 120. So -20b is equal to -100. Is equal to +100. So dividing both sides by 20 by -20, we get b to be equal to -5. If b is -5, a will be equal to -8 minus 2 times -5. So -8 plus 10, which is 2. Then c will be equal to b over 2, which is -5 over 2 minus a over 2. A is 2 over 4. So this will give us -12 over 4, and that will be equal to -3. Therefore, a is 2, b is -5, and c is -3. So g of x becomes (2x squared minus 5x minus 3). So that is the I part. 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. So 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 equals 0. That is the I part. We have to find the zeros of g of x. When you times this by this, you get negative 6. So 2x squared. Two factors of negative 6, that's when you add, you get negative 5 is negative 6 and 1. So 2x squared plus x minus 6x minus 3 is equal to 0. So we have x outside, we have 2x plus 1. Then we have minus 3 outside, we have 2x plus 1 equals 0. So we have x minus 3, then we have 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x is either equal to 3 or negative 1 over 2. So the B part of the question says we have to find the third term when x over 2 minus 1 exponent 8 is expanded in the descending powers of x. Expanded in descending powers of x. So the third term is the r plus 1 of them equal 3. So r will be equal to 2. Now comparing this to a plus b exponent n, we have n to be equal to 8. Then we have b to be equal to negative 1, a to be equal to x over 2, then yes. So the r plus 1 of them is given by n combination r, a exponent n minus r, b exponent r. So t sub r plus 1, which is 3, the third term, is given by the third term is given by n combination r. So 8 combination r, which is 2, a, which is x over 2, exponent n minus r. So n is 8 minus r, so 8 minus 2. Then b, which is negative 1, exponent 2. So the third term will be equal to 8 combination 2. And what is that value? 8 combination 2 is given by 8 combination 2. So 8 combination 2 is 28. So 28 times x exponent 6. So times x exponent x over 2 exponent 6. So x exponent 6 over 2 exponent 6. And times positive 1. So 2 exponent 6 is 2 exponent 6 is 64. So you have 28 over 64 x exponent 6. And that will give you 28 over 64. 7 over 16. So 7 over 16 x exponent 6. That is the third term in the expansion. So question 11. Please, before we start, I want to once again plead with you to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so yet, or kindly share this video for me, please. And thank you so much for doing so. Now let's see. We have to express 8x squared plus 8x plus 9 all over x minus 1, 2x plus 3 all squared in partial fractions. So we can set it up like this. Let it be equal to a over x minus 1. Then this is a repeated factor, so plus b over 2x plus 3, and plus we have c over 2x plus 3, all squared. So we find the LCM. We have 8x squared plus 8x plus 9 all over x minus 1 into 2x plus 3 all squared is equivalent to, or is identical, is equivalent to, in the LCM will be x into 2x plus 3 all squared. So when this comes here, we have a into 2x plus 3 all squared. Then when this comes here, this one of this is taken away, so we have b into bracket x minus 1 to bracket 2x plus 3. And when this comes here, all of this is taken away, we have c into x minus 1. So equating the numerators, we have 8x squared plus 8x plus 9 is equal to a into 2x plus 3 all squared plus b into x minus 1 into 2x plus 3 and plus c into x minus 1. So when we put x to be equal to 1, we get 8 times 1 squared plus 8 again plus 9 is equal to a. So 2 times 1 is 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 squared. So 8 times 25 and plus, when you put 1 here you get 0, when you put 1 here you get 0. So 8 plus 8 is 16, 16 plus 9 is 25, 25 is equal to 25a. So a will be equal to 1. Now again we can put when x is equal to 0, when x equals 0, we will get we put 0 here to go away. Again, we are left with 9 is equal to, when we put 0 here, we are left with 3. 3 squared is 9. So 9a. When we put 0 here, 0 here, negative 3. So minus 3b. Then we put 0 here, we get minus c. Then also when we put x equal negative 1, let's see something. When we put x equal negative 1, we will get negative 1 squared is 8. So when x equal negative 1, when you put negative 1 here, we get 8. When you put negative 1 here, we get minus 8. When you put, so plus 9 is equal to, when you put negative 1 here, you get 1. 1 squared is 1, so a. Then again, when you put negative 1 here, we get negative 2. Then we put negative 1 here, we get positive 1. So negative 2b. And when we put negative 1 here, we get negative 2c. So we have this equation will be, this will be 0. So we have 9 is equal to a minus 2b minus 2c. So we can put the value of a in this equation here. We get 9 is equal to a is 1 minus 2b minus 2c. So 8 will be equal to minus 2b minus 2c. So we are going to use this equation. Then again, let's put a into this equation here. So 9 is equal to 9 minus 3b minus c. So we get 0 is equal to minus 3b minus c. So c is equal to negative 3b. we have c equal negative 3b. So c equal negative 3b, and we have 8 equal negative 2b minus 2c, or negative 2b minus 2c, or 4 equal b minus c. So let me put c equal negative 3b here. So I'm going to get 4 is equal to b minus 3b, minus 3b. So we get there's negative here, negative. So we have 4 to be equal to negative b plus 3b, which is equal to 2b. So dividing both sides by 2, we have b to be equal to 2. So c will be equal to negative 3 times 2, which is negative 6. So partial fraction, this will be equal to a, which is 1 over x minus 1, then minus b, so plus b, so plus 2 over 2x plus 3, then minus 6 over 2x plus 3 all squared. So we have the b part. The coordinates of the center and circumference of a circle are negative 2, 5, and 6 pi units respectively. Find the equation of the circle. So let's begin from here. And circumference of a circle is 2 pi r is equal to 6 pi. So dividing both sides by 2 pi, you get the radius to be equal to 3. Now we're given the center to be negative 2, 5. So since we know the equation of the circle is given by x squared, we can use x minus a all squared plus x minus b all squared equal r squared. So we have x minus 2 all squared plus x minus 5, y minus 5. So y minus 5 all squared is equal to 3 squared. So when we expand this, we get, so let's see, this gives us x plus 4, x plus 2 all squared, y minus 5 all squared equal 9. So when we expand this, we get x squared plus 4x plus 4. Then this one give us plus y squared minus 10y plus 25 is equal to 9. So we get x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 10y, then 25 minus 9 is 16, so plus 16 is equal to 0. So that will be the equation of the circle. Thank you very, very, very much. No, there's 4 here, so plus 4, so that will be 20 plus 20. So plus 20 plus 20. So the equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 10y plus 20 is equal to 0. Thank you very much for always returning to watch these videos. God willingly, we will meet in the next video. Don't forget to share, please. So in the next video, we'll be looking at the remaining questions, question 12 to 15.